Yes, lads and ladies, how's it going? Max here and welcome back to another video on my channel today. As you can tell, it's a Talk Tottenham episode. I haven't done one of these in absolutely ages. I think it must have been a few months towards the end of last season I started doing them and just haven't done one this season, so it's great to get them back up and running. Hopefully you guys did enjoy the episodes that I used to do. If you did, smash that thumbs up button, that would be muchly appreciated. And just before I do jump into things, I actually need your guys' favour. So everything's going really well recently. I've been loving uploading the Tottenham content, the reaction videos you guys love, the vlogs you guys love. I'm going to the West Brom game tomorrow, so hopefully I'll see some of you guys there. If you're going, let me know in the comment section down below, and that's exactly where I need you guys to come in. Talk Tottenham, it's all about everything Tottenham, what you want to talk about, games that have happened in the past, players you want to talk about. Do you want to talk about Pochettino? We talk about it on this series. Let's get it going, let's get everyone involved. And by getting involved, I've made a Facebook page, finally, xDuoMax. You can search it on Facebook, or you can click the link that's down in the description, click it, like it, do what you guys have got to do, join it and just be a part of it, because I've never had a Facebook page for this channel and I just thought now is the time to do so, since some of my other friends have done so. I know Expressions has, I know George is on it, I know Anna's doing it as well. So go down there, drop it a like, that'll be much appreciated, and we'll have discussions on there, because obviously it's easier to talk to you guys. And everyone has Facebook, everyone has it. I mean, if you don't have Facebook, obviously you have Twitter, so you should be following me over there, Snapchat, Instagram, it's all down there in the description now. But let's jump into things. I'm going to start off this episode because it's been a while, and we're going to talk about how we've been playing in the last few recent games, the Arsenal game, the Real Madrid game, and how we've moved on from like the Liverpool game where we smashed them. I haven't spoke about a lot of these games because, as you guys know, a lot of these games it's just me sitting there watching it or the vlog, so I don't really talk about the games. So I need to start doing some match reviews or the previews, which is exactly where I want to like bring you guys into it more, because I feel like you have more of a discussion. Everyone talks about it in the comments and there's just good feedback. It's a good vibe, especially when we win, just like when we beat Real Madrid, for example. Because when we beat Real Madrid, the place was buzzing. As you guys know from seeing the vlogs, as you guys know, I've seen it, watching it on the telly, the players, it was just one of the best nights of our lives as being a Spurs fan. Let's face it, if you're maybe in the elder generation, it might not be what, I mean, even if you are in the elder generation, that's right up there. It's beating the champions of Europe, and it was just a great night all round. And Spurs, like we did the other night, we beat Dortmund away. Unbelievable result. I mean, how good did we look in that second half? I mean, the first half we looked absolutely atrocious, to say the least, and it was reminding us of the Arsenal game. I know I'm talking a bit broad and going in, I've said like 3 games in the last minute or so, but in the next episode, we'll be talking about more so your guys' comments, and this is where you get involved. It will be from Facebook and Twitter. You guys will be able to post on either one of them, or mainly Twitter, answer the question or put a question like you'll see on screen in a second, where you just literally say #TalkTottenham and then you say anything to do with anything you feel like. And if you're a lucky one to be chosen, or if it just looks like a good subject to talk about, we'll talk about it. So first things first, let's jump into the first one and let's get it cracking. So the first thing we're going to talk about in this episode is going to be from CR2 Foot Trading. It says, why did Spurs not turn up against Arsenal? Where was the passion or desire? Now in one of those videos, I believe it was the Arsenal reaction video. If you haven't seen it, go check it out. Actually, don't. If you're a Spurs fan, don't check it out. But anyway, I said at half time during that game that I felt like there was no passion or desire from the players. And obviously the other night they showed it. They were up for it. They've had that fight in their stomach and they went for it, all guns blazing, got the result. Against Arsenal, it was just like it wasn't a North London derby at times. It was like, this is one of the biggest games of our lifetime as a Spurs fan. We've been playing so well recently, got us hyped up. Did we go into that game expecting to win? I would say when we went into that game, I was super confident. Super confident. And I never go into a Tottenham Arsenal game being confident, and that ended up being the downside. Did that lead on to the players? I mean, I'm not saying Harry Kane and that felt confident, but maybe that played a part. That has to have played a part. We just didn't look like we were going to get going. The passing was off. We couldn't get out of our own half at times, and simply weren't amazing at the back. And obviously Mike Dean cost us that first goal. But you can't blame the ref all the time, because it's at the end of the day, Arsenal looked like they were going to score anyway, and it just we just weren't fluid. It wasn't a good team performance. It was shocking, and I'm so glad that they rectified that against Dortmund. Especially when players like Kane or Ali were supposedly injured. I thought it was just going to be all in the media, yeah, they're injured and pulling out the England squad, but maybe Kane actually was injured. Maybe he's played too many games in a row, and that could lead on to one of the other comments that I'm going to talk about. James says, as weird as it sounds, do we prioritise Champions League, FA Cup over the league considering City are running away with it, or do we try our best to catch them? We're in the Champions League knockouts. It's unbelievable. I'm still buzzing. It's great to say it. I mean, it's Tottenham. Tottenham in the knockouts, and we're making this a natural thing of being in the top 4, getting Champions League every year. So at times you just have to put things in perspective, as we've literally gone from here, not being able to get top 4, to beating Real Madrid in the Champions League and going unbeaten and finishing top of our group. That gap there, here, that gap, this imaginary gap, it's unbelievable. If you asked me 2-3 years ago, Spurs are going to beat Real Madrid at Wembley. This is before there was even talks of Spurs playing at Wembley. It's all happened so quickly, and I don't think enough of the Spurs fans have been able to embrace that and just realise how good things are going at the moment. Yes, I'd love to win the Premier League. It would be unbelievable. But maybe let's just wait until the new stadium's done. Let's get top 4. Let's cement top 4 at Wembley. Prove all those critics wrong. Get the job done. Finish well in the Champions League. Obviously, it comes down to who we get in the next round, obviously. And let's just go from there. In terms of catching City, James, Spurs are still yet to play them, so that could be interesting. Who knows, that can be a game changer. That could be the game where they start going downhill, City and Spurs. Remember when they were at the Lane, they hadn't lost, I don't think. They were on a great run and we slapped 3 past them. It was just a brilliant day. Ross says, what do you think our top 5 performances have been this season and why? Now, I haven't got 5 off the top of my head, Ross, unfortunately, but the Real Madrid game, the Dortmund game the other night, the Liverpool game, for sure. So that's 3. Those 3 games, it's like when Spurs get into that rhythm and the team get playing with that quick passing, and Aurier, Danny Rose when he's playing are just gunning it up and down the wings. You've got obviously the holding Dembele. I love Dembele. Dele Alli, Eriksen and Kane, they can do anything on their day. They're unplayable at times. Those 3 games, that's what happened. They just looked like they couldn't be touched. Everything, every pass that Eriksen made went through, every nutmeg that Ali tried went through, and every shot that Kane had, he scored. Obviously that's not true, but you can see where I'm coming from. When they're on their game, I feel like we can beat anyone, and we proved it when we played against Real Madrid. Daniel says, chances of making Barkley Zaha type of signing in January, will we ever win silverware? Now, silverware is something like I just said about before. If we keep going the same way we're going, the same mentality that Poch has and the team, they're literally like glue. Each game we just look stronger and stronger, going as a force. I don't see why not. Silverware will come. Whether it's this year, who knows, but chances of making signings in January is very likely, because there was games like the Arsenal game, for example, where we look like we're still lacking that player to come off the bench, or that player to start. Give Kane a rest, give Ali Eriksen a rest, don't play him. Play Son. Why doesn't Son start? Yes, I'd sign Zaha for sure. I think he's an incredible talent. He's got pace, which is one thing we're lacking. Zaha definitely is one that can make chances himself. I've spoke about him before, and we all know that he can score goals. I mean, we were lucky that he didn't score against us when he took it around the keeper, and all he had to do was pop it in. But on another day he'd score. Brilliant player. Barkley, I mean, just look at Everton. They lost 5-1 to Atlanta the other night, so he's going to be wanting a move elsewhere, because surely he's not going to want to stay there. But he's not putting in the performances at the moment to make him valid a move to go somewhere else. So we'll see what happens. Maybe that will make his price drop, but he's English again, so we'll see. But we'll definitely be signing someone in January, in my opinion. And to end this episode, I know I haven't spoke about much, but that's just because I want to get back in the swing of things. It's from Rudy. He says, our best fullbacks, Davis or Rose, Aurier or Trippier. Now, I think any common sense Spurs fan is going to say you'd rather play Aurier on the right and Danny Rose on the left in form. Davis, yes, he's a good defender at times, but he just doesn't give us that consistency, and gunning it up and down the left wing is one thing I like about Rose. Is he doesn't have to be amazing at defending. He's got a lot better, 100% got a lot better over the last few seasons, but if he loses it or he's caught out of position, he's got the pace to get back, and he can. And that's one thing that I really love about Danny Rose, and he's also got a great left foot. His left foot is brilliant, I love it. Aurier, on the other hand, he's a bit of a loose cannon. I think he should have started against Arsenal. I'm a bit disappointed he didn't. You need that player with a bit of fight sometimes, but maybe Pochettino thought he's going to get a red card and that's game over. But look, that game didn't end up going our way anyway, so it might have been worth the risk. Maybe there was a reason he didn't play. Trippier, brilliant crosser of the ball, makes things happen. He's got a great pass in him. His cross is one of the best for a fullback in the league, without a shadow of a doubt. But you just would play Aurier just because he's quicker, he's more powerful. His link-up play is just as good as Trippier's, you could argue, and he's got that fire in his belly. Two good right-backs, arguably. Like, Trippier could easily be starting for a Premier League club. So that's going to wrap things up. Remember, like I did say at the start of the episode, if you could do me a huge favour, go to the link in the description, hit the thumbs up button on the Facebook page. That would be excellent and much appreciated. We're going to leave it at there. I'll see you guys tomorrow if you're going to the game. I'll be by the Bobby Moore statue. Don't forget to say hello. Other than that, have a day off, take care for now, and I'll see you guys soon for another video, because the vlog will be up tomorrow, hopefully. Take care. Bye-bye.